Occasionally, I like doing a thorough breakdown and tutorial on how we go through the process of creating our monthly budget. It's occasionally. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I am going to be sharing our 5-step process to creating a monthly budget. And we're just going to go ahead and dive right into it. So the first thing that we do, though it's kind of a no-brainer just because we know our budget well enough at this point, but we like to figure out what our income is going to be. Now, we technically have variable income, but we also have fixed income. We have both, and we have had both for as long as I can remember. We have fixed income because we both work full-time outside of the home in education. By both, I mean my husband and me. And we get 2 paychecks each month, 2 steady, typically fixed paychecks each month due to that. That's what we do. But we also get some additional income each month. It might be from social media, such as Google AdSense or sponsorships. It might be from my husband coaching. It might be a bonus from work or something like that. But for the most part, we know the minimum amount that we're going to bring in each month, and that is the amount that we like to use to budget off of. So we take that amount, which is $6,500, and we create a budget based on that. So I don't really mention that too much in my videos just because honestly, I always share how much money we are planning to spend/save, and I share the total amount. When you are creating a zero-based budget, that means that if you total up your income and then you subtract your expenses, then you are going to get $0 or no dollars. That is because every dollar is accounted for and every dollar is going somewhere. Either that dollar is going to be saved, it is going to be invested, it is going to be put towards debt, which is spent, or it might be spent in some other way, like towards bills or other expenses. The second thing that we will do is we will look at our Google calendars or our calendars to see what is happening in that month. Because we create our budget normally about a week before the new month starts, what we would be looking at then would be what we are projecting to take place in that new month. So it is, at the filming of this video, the end of August. So right now we are looking at our September calendars and what is going to be happening in September. This helps us because it might be indicative of any type of spending. Let's say I'm going to a birthday party in September, which I actually am, then that would let me know that I need to budget for a birthday gift. That is what the point is in looking at our upcoming month, just to kind of see what's happening and trying to make sure that we are accounting for all that we can account for. Now, I'm a firm believer that I obviously cannot predict everything. That's not what I'm a firm believer of. Although I am a firm believer of that. That wasn't what I was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that while I cannot predict everything, I am a firm believer that I do need to at least attempt to try to figure out where our money might be going. I think that that is extremely important because it at least gives me a guideline or a baseline, and that is very helpful to me personally. So in looking at our upcoming shenanigans, for September, my husband has a birthday. Now, he has already purchased himself an early birthday gift. It was a PlayStation 5 and the new college football game, which according to him, you needed to have one of the newer systems to play. Not that he needed to rationalize that or justify that, but that's just what I'm told. So that is why he got both of them. I say that because typically he will get the new football game, Madden or whatever, for his birthday every year or every few years because it typically comes out in September. But every several years, he might have to upgrade his system. He also recently bought himself some new shoes, which I was proud of because he does kind of go through shoes as a health and PE teacher. So he bought some new shoes. I love that for him. He caught a sale. I don't think he's ever purchased shoes or clothing or anything online, so he was amazed at how easy it was. It's so funny, it's so innocent. He was like, wow, that was really easy. And then I got to thinking and I'm like, has this guy never purchased shoes online? Like, be for real. And then I thought, no, he has never purchased shoes online. I don't know if he's ever purchased anything online except for maybe using my Amazon account to purchase something, maybe. But yeah, I was thinking about that. Anyway, it was so funny to me. But that has taken place. And then also, by the way, my husband is enrolled in college to get another degree. After this is all said and done, while there was some confusion if you've been following along with the journey, he will have probably 2 degrees. If not 2 degrees, then he'll have 1, and then he'll be really close to having another one because it was a lot of hoopla with that. But that is what that is about. So we did just pay his college tuition. I am sharing that because it was thousands of dollars in every semester. It's thousands of dollars, but that's also something that we're taking into account as we go into September. So normally September's a lot because birthdays and all of that, but that just recently took place. So we're kind of chilling, if you consider this to be chilling. So my husband has a birthday. I normally do not get him a gift for real. I ask him what he wants. He normally says nothing. So, I mean, I might get him something every several years, but for the most part, we may go out to eat for his birthday, but otherwise that's pretty much a wrap on his birthday, like as far as his actual birthday gifts. I also have a birthday in September. Our birthdays are really close together. I do have plans for my birthday. Now, I normally take off of work on my birthday, and then I'll go get a massage, get my hair done, just have the time of my life while everyone else is at work. But my birthday is on a weekend this year, so I will not be taking off of work. Instead, I do have some plans. My friend is going to be coming down. Some of my cousins may be coming down to hang with me for my birthday. At any rate, one thing that I would like to do is this pedal pub. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you'll have to look it up and see if it's in your area. I can't really explain it. It's one of those things that you see like downtown and people are pedaling on them. I don't know. I want to do that. That is $25 per person. I also want to go out to eat because the reason why I say that, it might seem kind of basic, but in January, we made a vow, well, December, we made a vow to not really frequent restaurants unless it's a very special occasion, or maybe we haven't gone in a while, or if we get invited out for something, you know, we're not gonna say no because somebody's birthday party or dinner is being held at a restaurant. But we have stuck to that. We have not frequented, whatever. We have not really been going to restaurants. So I would like to go to a dinner. And then I think I want to go to this winery that we sometimes go to. So that's pretty much what I want to do for my birthday thus far. So we will see what comes of that. I'm also anticipating having a reading or planner event. Those are 2 of my hobbies, crafting and planning and all that. Reading is a hobby as well. And I typically go to events each month related to both. So I am anticipating those. We are going to be going to marriage counseling in September. Let's see, I do have a friend date scheduled already for September. It's really like a birthday friend date. A little cousin will be turning 13. So I will be purchasing him, we will be purchasing him a birthday gift. It's actually my husband's cousin. And then also I have a fall break in September. It starts in September, and then we have Labor Day off. So I'm just notating those. One thing that we need to talk about is we may or may not be going to Chicago, and we may or may not be going to New Orleans. Here's the thing. We have been thinking about going. My husband mentioned, I think, the Taste of Chicago or something that's happening the 6th through the 8th. So we kind of toyed with the idea of going, mainly because we have credit card points and can get free flights, and we can't quite get 2 nights at a hotel unless we were at a really cheap hotel, but we could maybe get like 1 free night. So that would be a relatively cheap trip. Additionally, my friend is having a gender reveal party in New Orleans, and that is actually my birthday weekend. I actually was thinking about going because her BFF was asking if I wanted to go. We are older, as you can see. I mean, we're older. We all grew up together. And my friend is one of the last to be having a child. I'm probably gonna be the last one of the whole crew, and that's a lot of us who will have a child if I have a child. Basically, we have been thinking about going. My friend really wants to go, but both of her BFFs have moved to different states, and she's trying to go to the gender reveals and baby showers, and then she's going back for the birth, and it's a lot of going back and forth for her. So while she kind of dropped out from going because she doesn't think she can kind of make it, I have actually still been considering going. I could stay with my friend, and I could get a free flight with credit card points. And then my husband could also get a free flight if he wanted to go. And so traveling and staying would be free. So we would just basically have to buy some food and such while there. So I'm kind of thinking about going. Not gonna lie, I'm highly considering going. If we did New Orleans, we would not do Chicago. It would be one or the other. So we will see what comes of that. I may or may not be in New Orleans for my birthday / for the gender reveal. I've never been to a gender reveal. The next thing that we do is we create a list of goals or tasks or to-dos that are financial in nature, of course. So let's talk about those. So we want to save $1,000. That is pretty much the minimum that we want to save in any given month. We want to invest 15% of our paychecks, pay our monthly credit card bill because we spend on our credit card as much as we can for credit card points, and then we make a payment to pay off the credit card each month. I have on here to get new fence estimates, but I don't really know. Renew our car tags. That's something that we do every September because in Georgia, you renew your car tags on or before your birthday. And renewing the car tags is literally $20 each. We don't have to get inspections and all this and that and the third. We just buy a new sticker. I've also been considering booking a laser hair removal touch-up. That would be $19. I'm thinking about it. It hurts. I'm kind of over it, but I'm thinking about possibly getting a touch-up post-summer. And then I was thinking about selling my desk and chair. Actually, this chair and then this desk. I've been thinking about it and then taking the proceeds and repurchasing a desk and a chair. But I'm not too committed, but I have been thinking about that. After doing that, I then like to go look at our bills tracker. So I have this bills tracker, and it basically is just a list of all of our bills, the bills that are due monthly, the bills that are due quarterly, annually, so on and so forth. And I just like to take a quick gander to see which of the bills that are typically due quarterly, annually, and or semi-annually are going to be due or might be due in that month. As I'm looking at this, we do not have any bills that are going to be due in September, just the monthly bills. The quarterly bills are not due in September. The yearly bills, none of those are due in September. And then the semi-annual bills are not due in September. Now, on the topic of bills that are not due on a monthly basis, I want to give a shout out to MMobile for partnering with me on this portion of today's video. We have been MMobile customers for several years now, going on 3 years exactly, which is wild. And I absolutely love MMobile. We pay our bills on a quarterly basis. You can choose a different frequency, so you might consider paying your MMobile bill every 6 months or every year. We just normally just go with paying them quarterly just because that's easy enough. I found out about MMobile several years ago, probably about 3 years ago, in an effort to cut expenses. I simply have always disliked paying more than what is really required for any type of service. I don't know, it really is just cringy to me. So when I learned that MMobile was offering premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, I absolutely had to sign up, and signing up was easy. I went on the website and I requested a trial kit. They sent me a kit in the mail, and in that kit is a SIM card. And so I took out my SIM card that I had, and then I put in the SIM card that they sent me, which gave me an ability to test out the wireless service for 7 days. I highly recommend doing this because it's free, so why wouldn't you do it? And you get to just see what the service is like, what the data is like, the speeds, the coverage, all of that for free before you actually commit. MMobile runs off of the nation's largest 5G network, and they offer high-speed data, unlimited talk, unlimited text, and recently an unlimited mobile hotspot, which I need because I'm an iPad girly and I don't have an iPad that offers cellular, so I just use my iPhone's hotspot pretty much every day. So if you want to save a little money without the sacrifice, you can go to my link, which will be found in the description box, to get premium wireless for just $15 per month when you purchase a 3-month plan. As always, if you have any questions about MMobile, let me know. I am the resident MMobile expert, just kidding, but you can let me know and I will answer your questions. But if you're going to ask about the coverage and all that, I'm going to say my coverage is great, but sign up for a kit and see for yourself. So the fifth and final part of this process is actually creating the monthly budget. So let's walk through my monthly budget. We have a gym membership, so we both can go to the gym. That is $62 per month. It's a very nice gym. It has all the bells and whistles, and we get it for so low because we get an educator's discount. Both of us do. We have 3 cars technically, but one is financed, and that payment is $314.34. Our electricity is high as a kite, Is that a good analogy to use? I feel like that is giving like drug use. But anyway, super high because it's the summer in Georgia, and it is going to be $387.04. Our cable isn't really cable, it's Sling TV, and that is $40 even. Our internet bill is through AT&T, and it is $80.30, and that is with us being enrolled in autopay. Actually, all of our bills are on autopay. We don't manually pay any of these, and typically we do this A, because it's stress-free, and B, because normally there's a little discount involved, and sign me up for any discount. We have lawn/pest control. The same company does both, and that is $80 even per month. Our mortgage is $1,672.40. Water/sewer, I don't know what that bill will be. It comes well into the month, so trying to budget is not a real thing, waiting for the water/sewer bill. So we just guess, and I'm going to guess $90. I don't think it's ever exceeded maybe $120, but normally it's $70 to $85, I feel like. So we're gonna guess a little on the higher side at $90. Now we both do have student loans. My minimum payment is $44197. My husband's is $7342. I do get questions about our car insurance, and we pay our car insurance every 6 months, and it won't be due again until November. I also get a similar question about our cell phones, and we pay our cell phone bills every 3 months. So that's probably why I am typically not mentioning a cell phone bill or car insurance. Security for our home is $5214. That is based on everything that we have them monitoring. Our life insurance for the both of us is $4219. We have a pet plan for our puppy girl, and that is $6355. Netflix for one TV is $11.99. We are trying to save $1,000, as I mentioned, and then we are not investing additionally into retirement. We're not really in a season where we are doing that, but the goal would be at some point to get back to heavily investing into retirement. But we can't really do that with paying for college tuition and all of that. It's actually unrealistic, but maybe one day. And then the last category would be shopping. And shopping, I get a lot of questions about. That is literally everything that we are going to spend money on that is not a bill. Anything that does not have a due date. That might be gas for our cars. It might be food for our dog. It might be treats for our dog. It might be date nights. It might be birthday gifts. It might be any kind of travel. It might be a lot of things. Realistically, this does not need to be $2,000. If we were being really frugal, we could probably make do with about $750. $1,000 would be pretty comfortable, but we are doing $2,000 in September, particularly because we may or may not be going to either Chicago or New Orleans, and at any rate, we have birthdays in September and some other things that I was obviously trying to account for, like my cousin's birthday and the events that I'm going to be going to. Counseling costs an arm and a leg. We have to pay for that out of pocket. I have a friend date, so on and so forth. So I typically lean towards budgeting about $2,000 when we have a lot of things going on. So that is our 5-step process to creating our monthly budget. It doesn't take me very long just because it's digital and I have been doing this a while. But if you wanted to do it on paper, I would say go for it. I used to be a paper budgeter, but honestly, while I do prefer paper budgeting and paper everything, if I'm being realistic, doing it digitally just saves me a lot of time, and it's just easier, just an easier archive. I can easily go look at last September's template like this to see what was happening, which I've done already. I can easily go look at the September before that. You know, I can easily just quickly reference what our previous budgets were looking like and all of that if they're digital. So for that reason, I think I'll be keeping my budget digitally. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, do not hesitate to leave those down in the comment section. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.